What's up, everyone? Welcome to another video here on the Jamie Staples channel, and today we're doing something a little bit different than what you normally see here. Reddit Poker. It's a subreddit on the famous, infamous website by now, and it's an interesting place. We're gonna look through some of the posts today, see what people are talking about. I have mixed reviews about Reddit Poker. Sometimes I think it's really funny, it's really good, sometimes a good learning resource, and sometimes way too much sodium. It's tough, man. Like, the salt is real. So we'll see what's going on with the Reddit Poker. Let's scroll through some of the top posts here. So let's just take a look at what's going on today. We have the royal flush over quad jacks, the high hand. This is a play on the Reddit Poker. You see the high hand quite a bit. That is sick though. Bay 101. Hopefully that was a bad beat jackpot. Now we got a meme. When you straddle, wake up with aces and it goes raise, raise, call, call. All in. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. I guess you go all in that. I'm just going to skip what's going on today. Let's just go to the top posts of all time and see what people are talking about. All time. What you got, Reddit Poker? Dem suited connectors. This is a good meme. It's true, man. When you look down at the 6-5 suited, like, life is pretty good. Sometimes you want to open it up. Okay. Please don't be an asshat to obvious new players. I don't need to read all this. I think that's a good idea in general. You should just probably be a reasonable human at all points of life. But, you know, bad beat here. Quads over straight flush. Ooh, that is actually pretty sick. Quads, straight flush. That almost looks set up, man. That's pretty unbelievable. Okay. On my way back from poker, and I'm still getting screwed by boats on the river. That's a good meme. I mean, you had some time to think about that one because you're obviously waiting in traffic, but I like that. It's pretty good. We've all been there. Me, folding is the best option. Me to me, call off your entire stack. I mean, that's the eternal struggle of a poker player. That's it right there. I'm grinding 1-3 long enough to build up a 2-5 bankroll. First time playing 2-5, in for 500, out for 4.7K.
Pay that man his money.
That's the dream, man. I don't know how many of you have been playing live poker before, but when you start with a stack and you just like 8x it or something, you're building huge pyramids. Everyone's walking in the room and looking like, what's that? Like, what game is that? That's 2-5? Are you sure? That's a pretty good feeling, man. I respect that, Mike. Back in the day when Kevin Martin and I used to grind live poker, we'd have some big stack competitions. I think he had a slightly bigger one. I think once he built up a 3.6K stack in a 1-2 game, which is pretty impressive. Max I got was like 3K or something. Every poker scene in a movie starter pack. Yes. The classic chips. I've never seen a movie scene without these chips, I don't think. The plastic ones that have the blue thing. The 5-card draw. What a classic with the royal flush. Hero buys in for entire bankroll. I'm pretty sure that's what the general public thinks we do every day. Here's all my money. Let's go. All right, so all these top posts are they're just memes. They're funny, they're good. It's worth going through, but let me search to controversial of all time. Now this should get us some action. Okay. Right, okay, so here's a controversial opinion. You always hear debates about this one. The topic is, I laugh at all these pros who whine about life without a HUD or rakeback. Adapt or survive. So I don't think you necessarily have to laugh at people in general, but I take kind of the same perspective here. Using a heads-up display, not getting rakeback or different rakeback schemes, it's like, it may not be desirable. And if it was my choice, if I chose a poker world, of course, I would want maximum rakeback, 100% rake, no rake, perfect. That'd be great for me as a poker player. Or no HUDs, so that it isn't scary or intimidating for new poker players. But it is the situation, so I don't think there's a lot of merit in wasting your time complaining about something that's out of your control. I take the same approach. We have a post here with me. Oh my goodness, Jamie Staples. It's Jaime, man. It's Jaime, not Jami. I don't really care. Tries to justify absurd bankroll management. Wowzers. Okay, let's see what we got here. So it is a tweet. Turns out you can't play the main event on an 80K bankroll. Good for gamble, fun to punt. Doug Polk got it right. Unlucky May. But I remember this actually. So I remember this discussion because it was, for some reason, a very big controversy. And this all stemmed from a time that I had a conversation with Greg Merson. Greg Merson obviously won the World Series of Poker main event. And he was talking about when you should play the main event. This was the first time I played. I was hanging out at his house talking to him. And I said, yeah, I sold like 60% of myself. I think it was in that main event, 60 or 70%, something like that. And I told him like how much money I had at the time, which was like 80K, something like that. And he said, man, if I was in your position, I would take it all. I would 100% have all of my action. Now, when you hear that, you would be like, whoa, wait a second, that's 8 buy-ins. That doesn't seem to make any sense when it comes to bankroll management, right? Like that's extremely aggressive. The thing is, there's all these other factors which often get lost in discussions about this, which is like, well, I had consistent income, I had a Twitch stream, I was sponsored, so I had money that I knew was coming in every month to where even if I lost all 80K, I'd be able to recoup that in a period of time no matter what. And the main event, Greg Merson might be slightly biased on this front, but the main event is a really good field tournament. You hear that about every tournament, but it's really true about the main event of the World Series of Poker. That was what the discussion was in that clip, basically. That's what he thought you should do. And I didn't have all of myself for 80K, but I can understand his logic. The most important factor in determining the correct bankroll management is very individual. This is kind of the part of Reddit poker that I don't really like. And hey, it's about me, so maybe I'm slightly biased on it. But the whole just like trying to bring people down and call them out for being crappy and stuff, like I understand that's what it's like when there's a fan base, but I just think it doesn't help anything. And this stuff used to get to me, you know? Like this stuff used to really bother me. I'm 4 years in now, so I don't really care what any of these people have to say. For someone that's a lot newer, like that can be really destructive, and they can want to create less content or be less helpful, or stream less, and I just think that's making the world a worse place, you know? Anyways, Reddit, you're making me salty. Okay, next. Phil Hellmuth confirmed best heads-up player in the world, Polk BTFO, and then the body is discuss. Phil Hellmuth, I've met you. I think you're all right. Phil Hellmuth is not the best heads-up player in the world. Go on the record by saying that is not true. I also think if you ask Phil Hellmuth that, not on television, he would agree with you. Just FYI. Okay. Are poker players getting overly butthurt about slow rolling and angle shooting? For me, with my background, I just don't slow roll people because I don't want to inflict any pain on anyone else, you know? Like, I'm trying to win because I want to win. I'm not trying to win so I can make other people lose. You know what I mean? It's a very personal thing, but other people treat it differently. What do you do when you keep getting good hands? I mean, put in money, dude. Put in money. There's stretches where you get tons of bad hands in a row. So, like, don't feel guilty that you keep getting good hands. Playing 1-2 Texas Hold'em today. Bought in for the minimum to try and run it up. The dealer kept giving me good hands. 3-5 suited and what? Oh, I got. I just got poker rickrolled.
Got him!
So that's a wrap on a little bit of our poker. I don't know. It's tough, man. Like, there's a lot of memes, and I like memes. And then there's a lot of opinions, and it's... You know, it's the internet, so you have all different perspectives from different backgrounds coming in and battling it out as to who is right. So I think there's some interesting discussions here. It's aggro. I don't know. It's not my homepage of the internet, I'll tell you that much. But I know there's some really great people here in Reddit poker, and a lot of people that find it very helpful and useful. So, and if there's anyone in the Reddit community that's interested in me reviewing anything, any posts or threads or whatever, I'd love to hear that. Just drop it in the comments down below this video. At the end of the day, I like most of you. Some of you suck, but the rest of you are pretty good, okay? Thank you so much for watching. That's gonna be it for this video. Till next time, see you later.